Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. This week, we are going through the beverages section, which most students have a great time with this because you get to apply some experience. And, if you're out and about socializing around town, going to some of the bars, as most college students do, now you be loaded up with a little bit more information about it. Now, let me go through some housekeeping, then I'll get to areas that you need to highlight. First of all, I am thrilled with Packback. I think you guys are doing a great job there. I really have enjoyed reading some of your questions and responses. They're very thoughtful. Like I said, this week we're going to be talking about beverages. And speaking of beverages, I will be in town in Fayetteville this coming Wednesday. I'll arrive late, but I'm staying to Saturday, and I haven't decided if I'm staying Saturday night or not. But if any of you want to meet, face to face, shoot me a note, and I'll be happy to set something up. I do have a decent amount of free time. I only have a few meetings on Friday and one lunch appointment on Thursday. The rest of the time, there's a good chance I'll be out and about, enjoying Fayetteville. So reach out to me. Now, if you had not heard, I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro last year, and that was one heck of an experience. It was kind of a test of equipment because I did some live broadcast, live feed from the mountain and from the hotel that I stayed at before and after. A lot of people were questioning, what does that have to do with hospitality? Well, it has everything to do with the experience hospitality, because think of climbing up a mountain and bringing a hotel with you every step of the way. Your accommodations are a tent, but you still have all the other functionalities of a hospitality experience, including being at the top of a mountain at 19,310 feet. So I'm doing it again, but this time with the support of the university and specifically Global Campus. They're going to start doing some articles on this in October, and they'll have some regular updates as they follow my progress, not only on the training aspects of it, but the preparation of it as it relates to the hospitality. World. The reason I do this and the reason I want to do this is to show my students, you, what is this big world that we're involved in. You guys are in a position to experience everything out there that is available to you, and you have the capabilities of doing it. The only thing that stands in your way is typically yourself. So if an old guy like me can haul my tail up to the summit of the roof of Africa, as they say, the tallest peak in the continent of Africa, then you guys can do just about anything. So that's the reason I originally wanted to do it. The second one is to bring this online education to life. We're going to try some technology, some 360 cameras, some new satellite capabilities to bring the whole trip to you in either recorded or a live, or maybe both, means. So that will be a part of the International Travel and Tourism class that I teach in the spring. I'm doing Kilimanjaro in February 9th, I believe, is when we take off for the summit. We'll summit probably 4 to 5 days after that, and then a day or two down. Then I'm going to follow that up in May, and I'm not sure where that falls. It may be an intercession with Everest Base Camp. Now, this is something I've been doing for a while, but to bring it to life to you brings all these things that you're doing here in class it gives it more dimension, it gives it a real touch. So you'll be able to talk to me while I'm there and understand the application of some of the principles that we're teaching here. So hopefully, if you want to partake in that, sign up for the class, the International Travel and Tourism class. You'll get that experience. Or you can also follow me. If you don't want to take the class, you can follow me online. Most of it will be through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I may be doing some TikTok and Snapchat as well. But if you need all that information, just think about it. We're a few weeks away from really getting any traction online about that. Reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to engage you in that and give you all the information you need. So I just wanted to bring that out there and make that a note. Let's see. Another thing, I forgot to mention this last time. Several of you noted about the mentioning of a name, back to the hotel section, mentioning of names 3 times. That's kind of a trick they use in the customer service side of when you check in at hotels. There's another one that I wanted to point out. In rooms, believe it or not, when you put together a room, a hotel room, if you raise the bed good 6 inches, that is directly correlated to the quality perception. So if you raise the bed, quality perception of your hotel goes up. Next time you're at a hotel, take a look. Lower beds versus higher beds. Interesting little tidbit. I learned that from my days at Disney. And when we opened a hotel down there, they had risers on all of the beds. And I asked why. And they told me that. Sure enough, research has shown that that is a direct correlation to the perception of quality. So, all right, this week we are rolling through beverages. Again, it's a fantastic section. As a former whiskey bar owner and a fan of whiskeys and bourbons, I really enjoy this, but that's only a small fraction of this section. So they're going to start off and talking about wines. What I want you to pay attention to and learn is the pairing of wines. What, white wines go with what, Chardonnays go with what, Cabernets go with, what are they mainly paired with? Understand that. You'll use that. It's a fantastic piece of information for you guys to get a hold of. And let's see, the wine growing regions, of course, the difference in the US and Canada. There's a very good piece here on Robert Mondavi, and they do a very good job of their wines. I encourage you to read that also. Now, you need to know how to read and explain a wine label. If you're in the business of restaurants or around food and beverage or around the hospitality business, or if you're just hosting a good dinner party, being able to read and explain what is on the label will put you in a better position. It'll create a much better experience for you and your guests. Now, I'm not sure they mentioned this in here, but you can take, and I know that you can take some classes in Northwest Arkansas to become a sommelier. Now, there's 4 different levels of sommeliers. You got your intro level all the way up. Now, the grand, what do they call it? The master sommelier. I believe there's only about 270 of those that have ever been anointed with that title. So it is not the easiest thing to do, to understand and develop the palate for wines like that. But you are, in essence, an expert in that. If you are interested in that, I can certainly dig up information for you on how to take those classes. And I believe the very base level you can take online. So, all right, let's see. Sustainable beers, which have gone absolutely crazy as of the last few years. And my favorite, the whiskeys. Okay, now I brought some visual aids here. A buddy of mine gave this to me as a birthday present. This is Jameson. I'm not a huge fan of Jamesons, but as a general rule, I like whiskeys and scotches that are of what we call legal age. They're 18 years or older. So here's a really good one, and it's presented pretty well, as you can see. It's pretty good. I have yet to crack the label on actually any of these. This is another very good one, a Angel's Envy. that I have hanging around. This is was given to me by a friend of mine in Australia. He was a client and became a friend. Weller, if you're ever going to venture into this world, Weller is not a bad product. It could be considered an everyday or a good gift. And then we'll talk about other spirits. And a buddy of mine gave me this, Cabo Wabo. Funny thing is, this is Sammy Hagar's distillery. He bought it for absolutely nothing. And it is in Cabo, and he calls it Cabo Wabo. But when I was involved with Rainforest Cafe, we had Sammy Hagar come and mix drinks for us using this. So this was the original tequila of Rainforest Cafe, believe it or not, higher end tequila. And we made it kind of a spectacle and leveraged Sammy Hagar for the rollout of that. It was a great experience. So there's those. Let me put this away here. And going through that, there's a whole section in here on coffees and teas and non-alcoholic beverages. They have obviously made a serious inroad into the market, but pay attention to those. I would also say, look at the day in the life of, there's one in here. Here it is. Bar manager of the Speakeasy in Siesta, Florida. Take a look at that. And, that should be about it. Oh, yeah. The liquor liability. I really want you to pay attention to this because not only is it an expense, but it is very important to understand responsible drinking and responsible serving and the liabilities that are associated with that. So there you go. All right, guys, have a great week. If you have any questions, let me know. Take a look at these lessons, read this. You know the routine. Thank you. Bye.